This is CBC Here and Now.
Good evening. More landlords are coming forward with stories of Newfoundland Power cutting power to their tenants.
Yesterday you heard about Megan Coombs. She says she was forced to evict her tenant with less than 24 hours notice. This after the company threatened to cut her power. Now another landlord is coming forward with his story.
Here Now's Jeremy has more.
The story is one that Corey Harvey knows all too well.
Newfoundland Power, 2 weeks prior to Christmas, shut the power off at a apartment which I had rented to a injured worker and her son.
Harvey says his tenant had been approved by the power company at first. Turns out she owed $700 from a previous rental, meaning his investment property was put at risk in the winter.
I knew that night my pipes were going to freeze and possibly break, causing quite a bit of damage, obviously, to the apartment, costing me quite a bit of money.
Not wanting to kick the woman and her son out into the cold, Harvey says he offered to pay the outstanding tab. But Newfoundland Power said no. So he went to speak to someone in person.
She had paid her power bill in my apartment right up to that date and wouldn't accept my money, wouldn't accept the sister's money, and then settled on, I guess, everybody's money, the government's money.
Newfoundland Power says it cannot comment on individual cases and it wouldn't agree to a sit-down interview either. But a spokesperson for the company says it works with people who owe them money to come up with solutions to try to keep the electricity on. But if an applicant or a co-occupant owes Newfoundland Power money and it doesn't have a payment plan in place, well, Newfoundland Power says it can shut off the lights. And that's thanks to regulations put in place by the Public Utilities Board.
We cannot allow the sole monopoly of providing power to the people of Newfoundland and Labrador. We cannot allow them to render people homeless. We cannot. So we have to look at those laws and we have to do something about this.
As for the PUB, it refuses to comment on this issue involving Newfoundland Power's ability to just shut down someone's power. Jeremy Eaton, CBC News, St. John's.
The people that are working and trying to take care of their families, we're all getting kicked out.
The city's doubling her rent. One tenant says her family is being punished for being employed.
The candidates are fighting hard in Mount Pearl North, and there's a lot at stake in this by-election for all three parties.
How can the government take your house and not give you anything for it?
Forced to leave, a couple in Williams Harbour says they're paying the price for telling the truth. Now to a developing traffic story at this hour. Police are on the scene of a serious motor vehicle accident on Veterans Memorial Highway. Bay Roberts police say the accident happened near Tilton. There's no word on injuries or how many people were involved in the crash. Traffic is being diverted through New Harbour Road in Spaniards Bay, and we'll continue to follow this story, and you can get the very latest details on our website, cbc.ca/NL.
A St. John's family of 7 is being forced to find a new home, all because the city is more than doubling their rent. The city stands by its decision, saying it needs to have available housing for people with low incomes. But these tenants aren't buying it. Here Now's Mark Quinn reports.
I think it's absolutely outrageous. I don't know how they expect us to live.
Stephanie Thurston, her partner, and 5 children have lived here on Forest Road for 4 years. They live in what the city calls low end of market housing. They've been rented to tenants like Thurston at a flat rate under a 35-year agreement with the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation. But when that agreement expires in January, the city will rent these units based on tenants' incomes.
So any revenues that we do gain through low end of market housing go to subsidize our non-profit houses for folks who are at the lowest end of the housing market, the lowest end of affordability, who would otherwise be facing homelessness.
So now we're pretty much forced to leave because we cannot afford the increase.
Under the new formula, Thurston's rent will jump from $730 to a whopping $1,588 a month.
We're getting penalized because we're working. We need to work to take care of our families. So now we're pretty much forced to leave because we cannot afford the increase.
In the words of the city councillor for the area, the raw numbers here are jarring. But Hope Jameson believes the city should make these units available to people who earn less than Thurston and her partner.
It's great that these folks seem to have earned their way out of social housing and they may be ready to move on.
And that's exactly what Thurston says she's getting ready to do. Many of her neighbors who also faced big rent increases have already moved. And as the city moves to apply its income test to other tenants, many people across the city will face the same decision. Mark Quinn, CBC News, St. John's.
Now, staying with real estate, tonight CBC Investigates has the story of a woman from Nova Scotia who's upset about a land deal here in Newfoundland that turned bad. Shirley Barnes says she agreed to swap land with the town council in Norris Point to help clear the way for a large development. More than a decade went by, and then when she tried to sell the land, she got a big surprise. Here now's Rob Antle has the details.
A big day in Norris Point. 15 years ago, the official opening of the Bond Bay Marine Station, a research facility built by Memorial University. Shirley Barnes owned some of that beachfront land, but reached a deal with the Norris Point Town Council so that big project could proceed.
So I said I would swap a piece of land with you in the same community so that we could use it for future use.
Barnes lives in Cape Breton, but her husband was from Norris Point. They had plans for their family land there.
We thought that sometime in the future, Clarence and I would build on it, and maybe retire and come down and spend summer times then, because my husband grew up in this community and he knew lots of people.
Her husband died, but her dreams of one day building a family summer home in Norris Point didn't. First on the beachfront property, then on the land they swapped with council. But years passed, she got sick, her children grew up. She realized she would never build there, so she decided to sell, and got some shocking news.
It was actually useless land.
There were restrictions she didn't know about, imposed by the town council.
The only amount of land that was left to build a home on was 15 feet. And now you really couldn't build a house on 15 feet of land, could you?
Her deal fell through, and now Barnes is left with land she can't build on, can't sell, and she's getting tax bills she now refuses to pay.
They're still sending me bills, and on the $39,000 value of this useless piece of property that they will not give me a building permit on. Doesn't make sense to me. Somewhere along the line, somebody is duping me, and they're not very honest.
She hired a lawyer and thought about suing, but was worried that she would be on the hook for everyone's legal costs if she lost, so she decided not to proceed. Much of what happened involved previous town councils in Norris Point. The current council won't comment for legal reasons. As for the university, it issued a statement saying there's no reason to believe anyone from Memorial acted in bad faith. Rob Antle, CBC News, St. John's.
Questions continue to swirl over the fate of a St. John's elementary school. Last week, part of the ceiling collapsed in the gym of Bishop Field, and a new report recommends all ceilings be replaced. Students are now attending class at the former school for the deaf. And while some parents say they will fight to keep the school open, others fear it will stay closed for good. Here now's Carolyn Stokes reports.
There is a lot of love for this 90-year-old school.
There's an emotional involvement, there's a commitment to this school. So it's a special place, and people are going to make sure it stays there.
But a new report has parents worried. It says the ceilings aren't safe and need to be replaced, or there could be another collapse like the one that happened in the gym last week. The report talks about possible leaks in the exterior walls, which could cause more damage. The report also mentions some sidebar issues like this parking lot. There's barely enough parking for teachers, none for parents, and while there may be this one lone blue zone parking spot, the building itself is not accessible to people with mobility issues. So if you're in a wheelchair, you are not getting inside, and the report says there's no feasible way to renovate to change that.
But this is a heritage property. I mean, you can't really bring everything up to today's codes in a building of this age, unfortunately.
Parent Linda Nicklausson fears all those problems are just too much to tackle.
I think this was the end of Bishop Field Elementary. I'm being 100% honest. I do not see that school opening back up. I really don't. I love the staff. the students, the energy. It's too much work.
This is the heart of downtown. This is the heart of this area. And to say that we're not going to be back, I'm sorry, we're coming back. We're going to be here.
Timelines are difficult to establish right now.
Tony Stack of the English School District says it's early days and there's no way of knowing yet what the future holds.
So I understand the angst in the community and in the parent community about the future of the structure. And I'd love to be able to answer all of those questions, but we just don't know until we actually have it assessed by a professional engineer from Transportation and Works auspices, and then we'll know what happens from there.
The English School District says it's still aiming to get students back before the new year, but after digesting the report, it's not sure if that's still possible. Carolyn Stokes, CBC News, St. John's.
Police and search and rescue teams did not find anything yesterday after scouring the wooded area where the body of Philip Stephen Smith was found. Smith was the boyfriend of Courtney Lake, who's been missing and presumed dead since June. Searchers spent yesterday searching the Bellevue Beach area, about an hour's drive from St. John's. That's where the body of Smith was found near his family's cabin. Smith took his own life. The searchers were looking for any evidence connected to the Lake homicide investigation, but came up empty-handed. The search did not resume today.
Well, Ryan joins us now so we can talk a bit about the weather.
Another beautiful day.
Getting spoiled.
Yeah, we really are.
Beautiful, beautiful, but you have some news that's going to change that.
Yeah, that's right. Western Labrador, a few flakes on the doorstep, and that snow will spread across the big land tonight. Again, not uncommon for this time of year in Labrador, but pretty crazy to talk about snow when we've been seeing such nice weather, even in Labrador, but especially on the island. Let's have a look at the satellite and radar map. There's the area of high pressure that's been dominating today with lots of sunshine. The clouds building in to the southwest parts of Labrador, and you can see where the radar cuts off there from the Gaspé, but certainly that snow moving up into western parts of Labrador as we speak. And that is the system that's going to be driving our weather over the next couple of days. Watch the future tracker. That snow in blue tracks through tonight across Labrador into Happy Valley Goose Bay, and for everybody across Labrador by tomorrow morning. Even some flakes down in the Straits, but it's mainly over the hills and the higher elevations. Through the day tomorrow, it's a mixed terrain over the southeast. The snow continues for the north and west. And in Newfoundland, it's a pretty quiet day with just some showers into the west as temperatures still rise into the double digits there. So a cool start again. We're into the double digits for most of the island. And again, that snow early will mix to some rain for the southeast into Happy Valley Goose Bay. Snow all day in Labrador City. We'll talk about totals and we'll walk you right through your weekend forecast in detail in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, it isn't easy to leave a life behind, but that's just what Ed Russell and his wife, Mary Hannah, are doing. The two fish side by side for 28 years in Williams Harbour.
But because they're considered summer residents, they were not part of the vote to relocate the community. And without having had any say in the move, they're wondering what's next.
Here now's Jacob Barker spoke with them at their home in Port Hope Simpson.
This is the way it always was. My grandfather, he lived here in the winter. As soon as the ice broke up, he moved to Williams Harbour and get ready for fishing, fish all summer until he finished fishing, then he moved back in Port Hope. That was our lifestyle, so that was my lifestyle. Ever since I was big enough to go fishing, I'm probably the last one to do it.
How's that feel?
Not really good, but that's all we can do, I guess.
It's 28 years now, both of us fish side by side, scalp dragging, and you know, now it's took out from us, our livelihood is taken from us. You know, it's not about the money, it's about our home, where we work, where we live. You know, it's our tradition, and it's just been taken away from us. There's other people in the same predicament out there, and
they're buying their houses, right?
They're buying their houses, or giving them something to either get a generator for another summer or whatever, but we're the ones that's left in the dark. Because we told the truth. It's just, we'll put it like that, we told the truth. It's just some of the things like memorabilia that she got. And, well, we brought in his grandmother's family Bible, I guess. And
grandfather's guns, we left them there, we wouldn't take them, but we took them.
We're just wondering, like, is it possible to go back? How much is it going to cost us to get a generator to go back? And our freezers, them like is a main thing for us. Where are we going to store our scallop to for 2 or 3 weeks? It's not possible.
It's our summer home.
We're not claiming anything else other than summer home. It was our summer home, our fishing home, our livelihood. I guess we'll go back for visits, but not to fish like we did. Well, we haven't got the opportunity now with power being gone. To start all over, I mean, it's a little much when you turn 50.
How can the government take your house and not give you anything for it? That's the... Well, nobody get that around their head, right?
It was ours for 28 years. And his grandparents, I mean, the house is 70-odd years old. You know, you can't go back unless you get a paper signed saying you can go back to your house that you're not even getting $1 for.
Can you fish next year? Do you know what you're going to be doing next year?
I got a crab license. I go crab fishing in the spring, but then we go to Williams Harbor and that's it. We might end up down with our kids in Lab City working. I don't know. We're just all thrown up. We can't see it going back fishing the way we done it, right?
Well, they've been keeping people in stitches for decades. Buddy Wasisname, the other fellers talk about the run they've had, and they're not done yet.
A strong and dedicated leader, Gary Corbett's history of volunteering spans over 30 years. From acting as a pitching coach to chairing softball committees, Gary has dedicated his life to enhancing sport, education, and culture, both here in Newfoundland and Labrador and internationally. Basing his efforts within the simple concept of making life better for all, Gary is a creator of change who is as dynamic as he is experienced.
Welcome back to Here and Now. Well, their name just brings a smile to your face. Buddy Wasisname and the other fellers. They're right now on a tour of the province's arts and culture centers, but they've found time to come and have a chat with us. So welcome, guys. How's it all going?
Debbie, it's wonderful. We're going through 34 shows and another 8 left to go here in St. John's. Did one last night.
And they're all sold out, Debbie, from what I can understand. Isn't
That
it wonderful after 35 years?
35 years. It's a pretty good run. And there are some rumors this is kind of your last tour of the province's arts and culture centers. What do you say to that, Kevin?
What we're doing is we're cutting back touring. We don't intend to disband. The loops on this particular tour take us out of the province, and we're going up to Alberta, Central Ontario loop, 2 Alberta loops, maritime loops. We won't be finished this particular tour until 2018. And that all comes from the idea that we're cutting back touring generally, which is what we're doing. We don't want any more long tours in our future.
Wayne, 35 years, as Ray was just saying. I mean, how have you managed to last that long without killing each other?
We won't show you the scars, okay? No, it's been great. It's been wonderful. We've been fortunate, you know. We're 3 young Scots and with a little bit of talent, and we draw on each other. We pull what we have together. And over the years, we managed to make a living and get out our creative energies, and people seem to enjoy it, and we're still happily on the ride. And when it comes to retirement, which has been a big topic lately, recently I've been saying to people when they ask, I say, listen, just check the obituaries, okay?
And Ray, Wayne just mentioned about creative energy. Is that hard to keep that up because you have so much material?
Not when you get out in the general public and see a new character for the first time, you do something about it. And so when you bring it to the band members and work on it, you know, the creative process is still developing, isn't it, boys?
Probably not as fast as it used to be.
No, that's right.
We used to be really energetic one time like that. It was just a flood of ideas and energy when we were much younger. That, I think, has tapered off.
5 songs a day and things like that. It's almost like the Beatles, you know, going into the studio and writing 8 or 9 songs in a day and recording them.
I was reading an article about you guys and all the instruments you each play, and then the article went on to say, as well, improvised percussion instruments like Tupperware lids and garbage bags. I mean, how much fun have you had over the years coming up with it?
Well, that's the truth, you know. There's ever so much fun to be had, or still. That's my biggest fear, is that we're going to miss some bit of fun. But we've had a gorgeous bit of fun of it. What a privilege, eh? What a privilege. We've been able to exercise our creativity in any direction that we can. And then, honestly, I've often said this, if I could juggle, I'd throw that in there too.
That's right. Yeah. It's like the model I think we're based on is the outport, the old-fashioned concert. You know, we had 2 hours of entertainment by probably 30, 40, 50 people. Okay, and it was a variety evening, except there's only 3 of us, but we've kind of, you know, with fewest numbers, kind of do a little bit of everything. So we're always looking at Ray, what else can you do? Kevin, Wayne, what else can you do? Yeah. And if we discover something in the other person, a little bright spot, we'll all develop it. And so, you know, therefore you have, you know, a variation in presentation.
And that comes with all the time you have worked together. You probably trust each other very well.
And applying for a great many Canada Council grants and not getting them.
And you were on CBC Radio Crosstalk just a little while ago. A lot of people calling in. And guys, you have made a lot of happy memories for people. How does that feel?
Well, I think that's the supreme achievement, is to look back on it and say we've made an awful lot of people happy. And what more do you want than that? You know?
Final comment, Wayne?
That was the goal in the beginning, to take people out of their ordinary lives, you know, and get away for an evening and just experience joy, laughter, sing along, clap your hands, and feel like you've been taken somewhere. And that's it, you know.
Well, as you said at the beginning of the interview, the provincial tour continues of the Arts and Culture Centres, lots more memories to be made. And CBC TV is doing a documentary on this tour. And we're going to say goodbye to you right now, but the audience is going to get a sneak peek at that documentary. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you very much.
Sliding down the barracks hill beyond the speed of light. Didn't know the heart could beat that fast.
It's a drug, 8 o'clock, to be on stage, and to stop it and say, yeah, things are going to be perfect. We don't know.
I just told them that they better not cut it out, because, I mean, they're just too good to stop.
I can't believe they still got it.
Still got it?
They still got it.
The average person who comes in here has no idea about the prep, and you don't really want them to. All you're selling is entertainment. You just want them to come into the theatre and for 2 hours just release the rest of the world.
You can relate to everything this says. It happened to you or happened to someone you know, is all your foolishness that they get on with, right?
Newfoundland is known for their humour or whatever, so I guess those guys shows the rest of the world what Newfoundland really is.
I will know when the time will come, because I'll feel it in here.
You're just hoping on a heart attack, eh?
No, no.
Now the hill seems so much deeper and the ride costs so much more.
Kyle looks forward to it every single year.
Some of the CDs and DVDs, I'm surprised they're still working because they're playing them over and over.
And when that song came on, I said, oh my Lord, isn't that beautiful? That's nice to play to my funeral.
And all those moments wouldn't last.
Back again, Ted, boy.
They're part of us, they're Newfoundlanders, and it's everything that you could want to watch in the show.
I have seen over 100 performances. I'm almost approaching the age of how many times I've seen the show.
So we live in two worlds, and those worlds have to exist together in order to go and find the audiences to do what we do, to take our art, if you want to call it art, to those people. You know, it's a sacrifice you have to make. Like people say, oh, what about hotels and airports and all this sort of stuff? Well, that comes with the territory, you know what I mean?
You couldn't have Santa Claus without the Alps.
No.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Right? Brilliant.
You couldn't have like Easter without the bunny. It's the same thing, right? You can't have What's-Name and the other fellas without the road, you know?
Yeah. The road.
The road.
I said, hang on, 'cause there's still some more to go.
Oh my gosh.
That is going to be great.
Yeah, and of course we'll keep you posted on when that is going to air. You know, after our interview today, I was saying about the fans that followed you guys, and Wayne tells me one woman he knows of has seen their show 100 times.
100. That's definitely a loyal fan.
Very.
All eyes were on Caitlin Osmond as she captured an international figure skating championship last weekend. You may be surprised to learn one of the judges, also a Newfoundlander.
how one fishing family dealt with the cod moratorium 25 years ago. An archival special, Sunday at 12:30 and Monday at 7.
This weather update is brought to you by the Take Charge Business Efficiency Program. Over 400 businesses have saved energy and taken charge of their bottom line. Find out how you can too.
Here is a shot, a beauty sent to us by Eric Abbott.
It's quite the beautiful shot, isn't it?
It is. A bit of fog there just off the Bonavista Peninsula, and thanks to Eric, a frequent contributor to pictures on my Facebook page, and you can do the same, facebook.com/Ryan.Snoddon.
That
Gorgeous.
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
We've had so many beautiful sunny pictures. This one is definitely different.
Yeah,
Fog can be nice
little
too.
bit spooky.
Yeah.
The mist and all that. Now, before we get to the weather, we talked a lot about pumpkins last night, big thing in Bannerman Park in St. John's, but apparently pumpkins, not the only monster vegetable that gets dug up during Halloween.
True. Yep. Have a look. Here's a turnip that's one for the books, weighing in at 10 kilos, about the size of an average 2-year-old.
Now, Sherry Burry from Catalina says she didn't do anything extra special to get this turnip to this monster size, except, and here's the irony, she didn't water it in the summer.
What? Wow. She tells us she plans on saving the vegetable for Christmas dinner. And if there are leftovers, I think there might be, she'll make soup for her friends.
She'll be able to invite everybody in Catalina for supper.
That's right.
Now, I like turnip, but even I'd have a hard time with that one.
Yeah, that is
a monster.
Massive.
In Catalina.
Yeah.
Nice. Hope it tastes good.
Yeah.
Sure it does.
It's a lot, though.
Okay, let's see. What are we doing now?
We're going to do weather, I think,
Yeah.
and then you guys are going to talk about Miss Caitlin Osmond. So something
Thank
to look forward to. So forecast, again, really, really nice today. Still staying nice for most of the island tomorrow, but again, the snow tracking into Labrador tonight and through the day tomorrow. So not so nice in Labrador, but again, a lot of Labradorians are rubbing their hands together in anticipation and waiting for, yes, more of this snow that's to come. And have a look at the current temperatures across Atlantic Canada, and you can see where we're into the teens across the Maritimes and into those single digits across the island. But on the rise as we'll get into that warmer air mass and back into the double digits tomorrow for Newfoundland. Labrador on the leading edge of this warm front, it's going to be into the snow zone and then mixing to rain over southeastern sections tonight through tomorrow. Here is how it all plays out. Note the snow that tracks in by around 11 p.m. into the midnight hour for Happy Valley Goose Bay across the rest of Labrador by the time we get to Friday morning. So it's a snowy start for most. The island is pretty quiet to start. Winds in from the southeast will likely keep the fog at bay for most of us. And you can see temperatures starting around the freezing mark or just below for most of Labrador. Mild start, Port aux Basques near 8 degrees, Corner Brook in the 4-5 degree range tomorrow morning. We'll see the mixed, as I mentioned, to rain across the southeast, including Happy Valley Goose Bay. And then that snow continues through the day for Nain back towards Labrador City and across that north coast. We will see some pretty gusty winds coming in along the west coast, some gusts upwards of 70 for Friday afternoon. So keep that in mind. Those southeasterly winds will warm us up 10 to 12 degrees under increasing clouds for central. Mix of sun and cloud in the east, and again, just scattered showers for the west with the heaviest rain looking set for southeastern parts of Labrador back towards Happy Valley Goose Bay. Now, in terms of those snowfall amounts, we're looking at generally 5 to 10 centimeters here for Labrador City, back across to the mid to north Labrador coast. Could see a few pockets above 10 centimeters and generally looking at about 2 to 5 centimeters for the southeast before that mix over. And then a little bit of extra snow for Friday night into Saturday as we mix back over to that snow as the colder air moves through. Watch your timeline here. Saturday, 8 a.m., we're looking at that southerly wind, periods of rain, a little on the steady side to start the day, and then the shift to west and then northwest winds, that'll usher in that cooler air. So we're really seeing temperatures fall on Saturday. Flurries mixing in over the west coast, and again, those winds gusting even 80 to 90 kilometers per hour on Saturday along the coast of Labrador with those scattered flurries in the mix. So very blustery there. Highs near -6 in Labrador City on Saturday. And you can see where temperatures starting the day in the 12 to 13 degree range for the Burin and the Avalon Peninsulas, but we're falling through the afternoon, likely into the 6-7 degree range by the time we get to supper time. And in fact, Corner Brook likely near 4 degrees into the afternoon. And I think Grand Falls, Windsor and Gander, again, mid-single digits by the end of the day. But clearing skies as we watch our future tracker again, taking us through into Sunday morning. Chance of a lingering flurry for places like Bonavista early on. But overall, Sunday is looking like a quiet day. But note the winds, a little on the breezy side. Some gusts in that 50, 60 kilometer per hour range. And so, yeah, it's going to be a little on the brisk side with those daytime highs in the 2 to 3 degree range for most. Across Labrador, highs this week, this Sunday are going to be in the -2 to -6 range in the west. So pretty cool air mass sinking in as we roll towards Sunday. The 7-day, another warm up. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Debbie?
Thanks very much, Ryan. Well, if you live in this province, there's a very good chance you know that Caitlin Osmond won the women's singles event at the Skate Canada International Competition over the weekend in Saskatchewan.
But something you probably don't know is that one of the judges who was there is also from Newfoundland. Allison Ryan took up figure skating at the age of 5, and at 15 she got into judging, and she's been doing that now for more than 30 years. She now calls Brisbane, Australia home, and Ryan accepted an invitation from Skate Canada to be one of the judges in Regina.
She extended her stay and flew east. Here now's Glenn Payette caught up with her at her parents' home in St. John's.
Before I ask you about Caitlin Osmond, which I will, how did you feel about your own performance as a judge?
It was okay. There's always room to improve. There's always things I probably would have done slightly differently. But under pressure in the heat of the moment, you know, you may make decisions based on some criteria that you probably would not make again. But again, it's a learning curve, such as most things are in life. Whatever you do, you often reflect and reassess and develop yourself from those again.
What can you tell us about the performance of Caitlin Osmond that you saw this past weekend?
She was really good, really strong. The whole field was very strong. A lot of skaters had fabulous performances. Caitlin really did stand out. Her confidence was unbelievable. I'm not quite sure if that came through on television for anybody that was watching, but she really just had a complete mastery, and she owned the ice. She owned the whole stadium. It was a great performance.
Now, obviously, she scored well. Is there anything you can say specifically about her technique that would have impressed you?
Speed, flow, body line, mastery of the nuances of the music. She really is an absolute quality skater. She's definitely one of the very top skaters in the world.
You had to go away to hone your skills as a judge. Caitlin obviously did to achieve what she's achieved. But what's it say about her ability that she came out of such a small place as this and has gone on to do the things she's done?
Caitlin herself is an amazing athlete, very dedicated, very focused. She's from Marystown. Probably the point is that Newfoundland does give you such a solid basis, A, for being just a great person. Everybody here is so wonderful. It's good to come home. That you do get such a good basis for solid life skills that you shouldn't be afraid to take advantage of any opportunity that presents. Have a set plan, follow your dreams, and be prepared to adjust if a bit of a monkey wrench is thrown at you and things don't quite work out, but adjust and still push forward, move your goalposts, and keep progressing. Just keep fighting for what you want to do, and you'll probably achieve success. It's not limited, I think, just to Caitlin, but I think anybody who sets good goals and works hard can be a complete success.
Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I had no idea we had a figure skating judge so high up in international world. Allison says she always makes notes when she's judging, but Caitlin's performance was so spectacular, she just wanted to put the pen down and watch.
Yeah, I think they frown on that. I don't think judges are supposed to do that. They're supposed to pay attention. Now, obviously, she couldn't do that. But something else that she told Glenn is that the judges, you might not know this because they go all over the world, but judges aren't paid. They receive some expense money for this and that, but otherwise, the judging is strictly on their dime. On the campaign trail, we head to Mount Pearl North to find out what's on the line for political parties in this month's by-election. Welcome back to Here and Now. To politics, where the battle is on for the district of Mount Pearl North. 4 people are vying to replace Steve Kent, and for the Liberals, the Conservatives, and the NDP, there is a lot at stake. Here Now's Peter Cowan takes a look at the November 21st by-election.
This should be Jim Lester's race to lose. In the last 40 years, people here have almost always voted PC. Steve Kent won it handily 2 years ago, and Lester hopes that his family name will help him keep it.
I've lived here. My kids go to school here. The Lester family in particular, we've been in Mount Pearl for almost 200 years. So I would like to hope that people will look at the individual.
Not many candidates wear overalls on their election signs, but Lester is playing up his down-to-earth farming background. He went up against Paul Lane in Mount Pearl Southlands 2 years ago when Lane was a Liberal and that party was riding high in the polls. He came within 250 votes of winning. He wants this by-election to be a referendum on the job the Liberals have done since then.
You know, if I say yes to the Liberals, I'm saying it's been okay. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see you again in 2019.
This is a must-win race for the PCs. If the party can't hold on to the seats it already has, it casts doubts on the party's hopes to take back power in 2 years. The hate for the Liberals isn't as strong as it once was. Recent polls have them with a solid lead, and real estate powerhouse Jim Burton is hoping that he can turn this district red for the first time since 1988. He's already well known from his real estate businesses, and he and his wife's charity work have earned them respect in the community.
Now is the time. If I'm going to do this, I had to do it now. So really it's all about passion and wanting to give back. Myself and Dira have done very well in our business life.
Burton has something the other candidates don't, political star power to draw on. The federal Liberals are still hugely popular, and Veterans Affairs Minister Seamus O'Regan has been out door knocking for Burton. Burton has worked behind the scenes for the party for years, helping candidates and raising big money, and now the people he's helped have turned out in big numbers to help him, but he downplays that part of his campaign.
I'm not really interested in a free ticket. I'm someone who's always worked hard for what I've achieved in my life. This is no different.
For the NDP, this by-election comes while the party is still in transition. Its leader just left, and the party doesn't have a history of success here. The best result the NDP's ever had is 21% in this area. But that's not going to stop Nicole Kiley. She hopes her work with nonprofit groups gives her an edge.
Certainly there is well-known folks. I feel that I am, somebody who has contributed to the community. And there's one thing to be well-known, and then there's another thing to be an individual who have lived and supported an area and known in a way of contributing.
This by-election is the first test of the Liberal government's support since the last election, and whichever party wins here will get momentum. Peter Cowan, CBC News, Mount Pearl.
Up next, we'll explain why these students at Memorial spend part of the day using baseball bats to smash pumpkins. what that music means, time to introduce our young athlete of the day, and this is Cameron Brown from Wareham Centerville.
Cameron is 4 years old and loves skating with the Frosty Figures Can Skate program. He's hoping to join hockey this year as well.
Awesome job, Cameron. You're today's young athlete of the day.
Well, this is a gorgeous shot sent to us by Natalie Baker.
This was taken in the Steadybrook area with a bit of morning fog rising as the sun rises, and a beautiful shot there. Again, so many pics. We've decided to sprinkle them through the show to try and share as many as we can.
Yeah, you had a big assortment of sun blasts in your pictures of late, right?
Yeah.
Last night and now that's tonight.
Definitely.
It's that time of year, I guess.
It is,
right?
for sure.
We wanted to tell you how there's a new use for pumpkins post-Halloween.
Good to know.
Yeah, if you're having a rough day, you may just want to try this at home if you've got your pumpkin left over.
Some students at Munn St. John's campus use pumpkins to relieve a little stress today.
Yeah, first they wrote messages on the old jack-o'-lantern, and then they went after record batting averages. They beat them to a pulp. There you go. Yeah.
Part of Thrive Week at Munn, Anthony.
Yeah, it's quite something, right? It's organized by Jack.org, a campus mental health advocacy group who says it's all about smashing stigmas along with those pumpkins.
Some people believe that it's easy as that, to just snap out of it, to just wake up one day and for it to be okay. But it's not that easy. It's a lot of hard work and takes a lot of time and energy, and sometimes you just don't have that.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to keep my pumpkins handy for the first blown forecast of the snowstorm season, and then just bring it in and just smash it on the green wall. What do you think?
You're very sensitive when it comes to the forecast.
Yes, okay. So Roddy just telling me make sure that I get my weather ready because we've got to talk about the forecast now. We've got the weather on the way headline. So as we talked about with the weekend, the big themes are the big cool down. Gloves, toque, make sure they're ready to go for Sunday. It's also with the wind. Wind chill is going to be feeling below zero right across the island. And of course in Labrador, highs near -6 in Lab West. Beyond that though, another warm up coming. So let's have a look at your weather on the way headlines. It seems to be the big theme where, yeah, we see a push of cold air, but the warm air fights right back again. And that's going to be the scene and the setup again next week. Weekend temperatures are certainly tumbling after the snow and the rain for tonight into tomorrow. And then as we look beyond that, we are again getting into a bit of a warm up. But before we get there, we have to talk about the cool down this weekend. I want to show you this. If you're calling out to friends and family in Alberta, how about that? And snow on the go across Alberta today, and highs in the -double-digit range for Calgary and Fort Mac today. And that's the same air mass that is going to be moving eastward over the next couple of days, and we'll be moving into our neck of the woods as we roll into the Sunday time period. And here's how it will all play out with your future tracker. I've got the fronts on here to show you. We've got the snow on the leading edge of this warm front, which is going to be dropping anywhere from 5 to 10 centimeters. A mixed rain in the southeast, including Happy Valley, Goose Bay. It's all snow for the west, back towards the north coast. And then watch as this cold front, it'll be a sharp one. We've got strong winds in from the south ahead of it for Saturday morning, periods of rain. And then it's that big cool down in behind, mixed to wet flurries along the west coast through Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Flurries and strong winds along the coast of Labrador for Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. And that cold air mass will really settle in for Sunday. High pressure brings us some sunshine, but certainly those temps are chilly. And again, really dropping off through the morning into the afternoon hours. Temps will continue to fall right through until Sunday morning, and then we only rebound into the low single digits. And so, in case you missed it earlier, there's a look at the next three. Now, beyond that, we've got an area of high pressure that's going to be again sailing off to our east, and then we've got this next push of southerly air and another warm-up coming, which brings, yes, more rain. A bit of, some more snow chances for Labrador into the mid stages of next week, but the big theme for the island is, yeah, back into the teens for the east on Tuesday, double digits for central, and I think even the west will get into some double digits for Monday night and in through Tuesday, and then possibly again into the Wednesday, Thursday time period. So it's again going to be the warm air pushing back with a nice little push there. In Labrador, not so much, especially in the west. Normals for this time of year around -1, and you're going to be below that, certainly over the next 7 days, averaging much below that, in fact, with highs back in the mid-single digits as we roll into next week. And a look at another picture, and this is our viewer picture of the day. Not telling you where it is, we'll let you guess. Somewhere in the west. Details after the break. Welcome back. Well, here's a rare find to share with you from the wilderness in northwest China. Check this out. In a herd of elk, it's pretty easy to spot one there that stands out a little bit, the white elk of the family. Very rare animal, the white elk, and this is thought to be the first time a white elk has been caught on camera in the wild.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Cute.
And experts peg him at about 3 months old. He should be able to stay safe. Adult elk are under protection in China.
Very cute little creature. We have other animal news, and this one, you're not going to believe this if you're a fan of cats, which I am. There's a new video out of Calgary, and it's causing a real stink, so to speak, on social media. And this is a skunk in hot pursuit of a cougar.
Yeah, we're not kidding. It's a skunk, not afraid of turning the tables on the big cat. Just watch this. Ha! It ran the prowling predator right off the road and refused to let up the chase.
Yeah, you'd think getting the cougar off the road would be enough, but no, the skunk's not quite done there. You get out of here. Greg Scheiba shot the video, says that this, I like this, is a skunk with spunk.
And that cougar is no dummy.
No, we're blessed in Newfoundland not to have those little skunks.
Yeah,
Ryan.
or cougars.
Or cougars.
Yeah, if I was the cougar, I'd be running a lot faster than that. You ever had a dog sprayed by a skunk?
No. Not
You're
fun.
on the mainland.
Yeah.
It's
a week's work.
Or longer. Yeah. Couple good stories. Can't share them on the air.
Come on.
The neighbor had one in his garage and tried to get it out. Anyway, the whole garage got sprayed. The furnace kicked in. The entire house was engulfed in skunk smell for weeks. Anyway, I digress. Our weather picture of the day, another beautiful shot. This one along the west coast. And any guesses?
Don't know.
Can't say.
Bay St. George. And I'm not exactly sure where in Bay St. George, of course, is Big Bay, but this is a beautiful picture nonetheless, and this was a sunset picture. There's actually another one that she sent along, but I thought this was the better of the two. Marina, thank you so much. Another great weather picture. Should I leave you with the reminder that it's going to snow in Labrador? And there's another look at that model in case you missed it. 5 to 10 centimeters, a pretty good number from Labrador City to Happy Valley Goose Bay. Perhaps a little in those areas in white, possibility of a little bit more, but nonetheless, even though with a mix to rain in the southeast, including Happy Valley Goose Bay, winter is coming.
Winter fun is just around the corner for Labrador, where they love winter outdoors activities.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
As do we, but we can wait a little longer.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. You have more patience.
That's our program. Thank you very much for being here, and have a great night.
Good night.
See you tomorrow. Yeah, snowshoeing.